Hello everyone, it's great to be back at DAZ. My name is Krnić and I'm Director of Engineering at CROZ, a professional services company. So we don't base our business model on products that we sell, but instead we work with our clients and help them deliver the best possible software solutions that would enable them to reach their business goals. Today, I'll share our experience of managing flow and what good that brought us. There's been a lot of talks on the topic of flow and generally how organizations work, but I found that overwhelming majority of these experiences and case studies come from product companies. I believe that this world needs more experience sharing by service-oriented companies. So service-oriented companies can grow, but also to facilitate a better collaboration between client and service organizations for the benefit of the whole industry. 10 years ago, we were convinced that service organizations build their business by increasing the amount of work that they do. If service organization wants to increase its revenue, it can only do that by increasing the headcount and taking over more work. And that's exactly what we did. We rapidly grew in numbers and jumped on every opportunity that came our way. This caused a massive overburden in the company. For every opportunity, we conducted an introductory meeting and we did an analysis of what needs to be done. In order to provide a binding proposal, we had to figure out the architecture, we had to do some serious estimation, we had to draft the proposal and do all the administration. All this work took precious time from our senior engineers who, while drafting proposals, didn't work on their already contracted projects for the existing customers. Since previous proposals introduced some commitments on the project duration and delivery dates, it was pretty clear that our teams were into long working hours and working weekends. This is a part of a blog post written on internal communication platform 10 years ago, and it's so telling. It says, here is the review of a week that has just passed. We started a week with a bench full of unutilized people, and we ended it in a way that we had to forcefully take several people off of one project to cover another 2 projects. And that's great. Let the CPU work on 120% if possible. So this short paragraph tells so many things. First, word unutilized implies something bad is happening in the organization. Service organization makes money by working on projects. So if people are unutilized, they're not making money, and this is a major problem. Next, we were having project teams. For each project, we were forming a new team specifically for that project, and once the project ended, the team was dismissed. So no sign at that point of long-lasting stable teams. Another observation, what kind of planning did we have if we had to change our plans so dramatically in the course of 1 week? Yet another observation, CPU working at 120% is actually a desirable state, where CPU actually refers to development department. So we have a classical resource-oriented mindset here. People are resources, and as such, they have to be fully utilized. All this resulted in well-known consequences. Overburden gave way to burnout, people losing motivation, exploring new technologies didn't get adequate priority, and at some point we ended up with a machine working like crazy in high revs, delivering features 100%, but also innovating 0%, which was sad. It's easy sometimes to find yourself in a vicious cycle, not knowing that things can be different. And that's why I'll forever be grateful to this community for talking openly, sharing ideas, and showing examples that things can work differently, that it is possible to change our ways. What we did since that dark medieval 2012 is influenced by so many ideas and people that it's hard to mention them all, but I'll do my best to give all the credits. Burnout was something that we noticed early on, but burnout was a consequence, a symptom that we knew wasn't healthy, but we didn't understand the theory behind it and what to change. Our first realization of detrimental mechanism that was underway in our organization came in 2014 after our annual QED conference, where Niklas Modig gave a keynote talk called This is Lean, named after his book. In this talk and in the book, Niklas shared his learnings about lean mindset, especially about the difference between resource and flow efficiency. I read the book soon after the conference, and it became very obvious that the flow, or better said, the lack of it, was the problem that we had. And everything that we did from that point on was in the service of improving the flow. Flow is important in all organizations, but especially so in service organizations. While teams in product organizations share the common context of the product that the organization is building, it is perfectly normal for large service organizations to have many unrelated projects for different clients that are not connected in any way and all started at the same time. As opposed to product organizations, which control all of their processes and decisions, service organizations work with their clients, and it's usually those clients that call the shots in the end. Client organizations can stop ongoing initiatives or they can create completely new ones. Because of this narrow focus on products and full control over roadmap, product organizations experience less variability, which leads to better results in improving work processes and making good technical practices repeatable. Service organizations, on the other hand, work on many more projects, so they experience a lot more variability in their work pipeline, and therefore they struggle more to standardize and improve work processes. And this is a huge risk for flow. Service organizations should therefore invest extra effort in keeping the flow healthy. Opportunity pipeline shouldn't be empty, but it also shouldn't be completely full, providing the organization enough slack to help their clients when they really need it and to sharpen its skills for future to come. Balancing between those two states is an art that happens on several levels in the organization and requires constant fine-tuning. These levels are best described by Klaus Leopold as flight levels. He argues that the work coordination happens at 3 levels in the organization. The lowest and the most operational one is the flight level 1, and it relates to the coordination of work